Sore? I got a blister.
Another film that went through extensive changes before it finally reached the screen was this 1941 murder mystery starring Betty Grable and Victor Mature.
Peggy!
I just came in. Just a second.
Is she?
Jill, you don't think I did it, do you? You don't, do you?
Extra! Read all about it! Blah, blah, murder!
The story represented a radical departure for Grable, whose previous films had always been musical comedies. But at the urging of producer Milton Sperling, Zanuck agreed to test his rising star in this no-nonsense film noir.
Was there ever anything between you and this Frankie Christopher?
What are you saying?
You know what I'm saying. You were in love with him, weren't you?
That's a lie.
You were in love with him and he didn't give you a tumble, so you put your sister out of the way.
Titled Hot Spot, it sparkled with a few obligatory songs by Grable. But when the film was previewed in Pasadena, patrons began walking out after a few reels. It seemed that the combination of Grable and the title Hot Spot had led the audience to think they were going to see a musical. Radical surgery was needed. After the preview, Zanuck and Sperling drove back to the studio and spent the night in the cutting room. The first order of business was to cut this scene, in which Betty plays a song plugger in a music store.
Speed. All right, sir.
I don't know. I don't think George would care for this. You see, George, that's my husband, is having a birthday party tonight. And I want something, oh, you know what I mean, something that will do things to him.
Would he like Beat Me, Daddy?
Well, that sounds more like it. But haven't you got something that isn't quite so rough?
How about just plain Daddy?
Yes, I like that. Sounds rather clinging. Would you mind demonstrating it?
No, ma'am. It'd be a pleasure.
Hey, Daddy, I want a diamond ring, bracelets, everything. Daddy, you want to get the best for me. Hey, Daddy, gee, won't I look swell in sables, clothes with Paris labels? Daddy, you want to get the best for me. Here's an amazing revelation with a bit of stimulation. I'd be a great sensation. I'd be your inspiration, Daddy. I want a brand new car, champagne, caviar, Daddy. You want to get the best from me, la-da-da-da-da-da. Here's an amazing revelation with a little bit of stimulation. I'd be a great sensation. I'd be your inspiration. Hey, Daddy, I want a brand new car, champagne, caviar. Daddy, 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 you ought to get the very best for me.
Oh, that's fine. I'll take it.
Thanks. Peggy, will you write the sale for me, please?
Sure, hurry up, you're late now.
Daddy sells for 35 cents, madam. Will there be anything else?
No, thank you. That's all.
By morning, Hot Spot was retitled I Wake Up Screaming, and retakes were scheduled in order to change Betty's on-screen occupation from music store clerk to stenographer.
After all, she had ended up with a Hollywood contract, and I was still pounding a typewriter and breaking my fingernails.
The film was a smash hit, and studio executives breathed a sigh of relief. But by the end of 1941, America had joined the Allied war.